I just moved this here and tied it here, and they all came over to have a look at what I was doing, and it was very cute because these noses came through the fence and I didn't have my camera. Hello, there's Ruby, who's recovering from Big Head, and Ava, who's... I've got to get my hands on her this week. Hello, darling. Now, I'm just sitting down for a break. Not for long. Here's Penny. Oh, I've been trying to get weight on, and she needed a fly mask. She's... Hello, darling. She's on full fat soybean meal, lupins, cracked lupins, pony pellets that don't have any grain in them. Not that that matters that much for her. At this point, trying to give her stuff that she can digest. She gets sulphur, yeast, some calcium subs and other subs with copper and zinc and whatnot in them, magnesium. This is my baby. I'm going to go in here. I think she might have put on a bit of weight. Slowly putting it on. I add oil to her diet as well. It takes a long time to eat. Still trying to get a dentist. Then here's Miss Ava. She's going to run away because I'm walking through. She needs her feet done. I thought she needed to seriously catch her and start handling her for her own sake. So here's Miss Ruby, who's now very smoochy. Let's show everyone how beautiful you are. And that you had smooches today already. Look at her. This paddock gets heavily, gets a lot of calcium subs. Mainly to help her. You have to be careful if you feed them too much calcium. That's another issue. But she's the most dominant horse in the paddock. So now this is my baby Ava. She's only little. I reckon she's 12 something hands. She's not much bigger than Patty, and she's becoming very inquisitive with me. She sniffs my hands. I have caught her, but I've given her a complete release. I have handled her, but I've given her a complete break when I moved her here, and I told her this. I took a halter off. I stopped trying to catch her. She's such a nice type. She lived her life in the wild and she was caught. And she's a very typical Brumby, but she's like, this horse has had her butt. Hi, what am I doing? Hey? Had her butt, like, we've had her in a little pen. When I say we, my son Claude and I. And she's had her butt, we've been like trapped up between her butt and the fence, and she could have kicked us many times, never ever even crossed her mind to kick us or bite us or strike out at us. She's got the nicest nature. She's scared. So I need to do her feet. I need to get her feet done. So I'm going to set up some yards and catch her and put a halter on her and start some serious handling of her. Which she won't like, but once she gets used to it, she'll be fine. And then this is my baby girl. Someone suggested riding her the other day. I'm like, you're serious? She's a baby. She only turned 1 in June, didn't you? And you've had a compound fracture of your leg. There's no way anyone's going to get on you. No. Not for a long time. And when they do, we're just going to pot her around. Hey, she's my Dyani. She's Tuppy's daughter, and she's just the most precious horse I've ever... Oh, sorry, Dad. Oh, what's Mommy doing? You're having some salt? Look at you. Look at you. Yeah, they're impossibly straight. Cleo's got impossibly straight mane like this. It's just incredible. Just, she's got natural highlights. Yeah, beautiful girl. I'm so lucky to have you in my life. Yeah, very precious. Sophia's, well, she's now Sophia's horse. Her and Paddy. I've given them to her because they're the most user-friendly, so it kind of makes sense for someone who wants to... She's 14 something hands. I have to measure her. I've got a tape measure. Oh, I've put it in the shed. Oh, you're having a yawn. You've got salty salts all over you. I need to give you a brush done. Got your winter coat coming out. This horse is actually very well handled, because I've come under some criticism since being in this adjustment of, oh, you know, it's like, I don't have a freaking clue what I can and can't do with my horses. And people sticking their nose into my business. This horse is one of the most well handled horses that you can see. You can lift all her feet up. I can touch every part of her body. I can touch her. Look at this. Touching her teats. You know, like, seriously, just walking up to a horse in a paddock and touch and feel her teats. Like, most horses don't like that. They won't just stand there and just let you do that. She's used to me, and I've deliberately gotten her used to being handled everywhere and lifting up her feet. She can be rugged. She can be halter put on her very easy. Do you want to come in? Are you finished? Do you want to come back in? Hi, my girl. You want to come in? Want me to let you in? To stop Dyani from running out, because she's right here. Are you going to come in? Good girl. I love this. She comes and knocks on the door. Come on. Do you want me to move her out of the way? Come on. Come on, love. Pen's scared. Come on. Come on, Pen. Good girl. The thing I don't like about this is this here. Oh, it does move back. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. All this time sticking out. Oh, ignore me. Anyway, she finished. I can't believe you finished your dinner. I'm going to have a look. Hey, my good girl. She's starting to look so much better. She looks like death on a stick. Now. Oh, look at that. Score. She ate her dinner. Anyway, I just decided to hang around. I'm tying her up and leaving her and going off and doing stuff with the others and coming back. But honest to goodness, this is the most peace. Oh, I might have to worm her. Scratching her butt on the trailer. This is the most peaceful paddock. I wish I could share it with people. She's a little bit bum high. She's on a slope at the moment, but she's a little bit bum high, which means, you know, they kind of go bum high and catch up at the withers and then go bum high when they're growing. I reckon she'll be about 16 hands like her mum. Mrs. Longlegs, my very special girl. She loves Penny. Yeah, I know, she doesn't talking about you, Mrs. Funny Eyes. She's getting the flies on her eyes. So I use a natural fly repellent, and I put some around her, all around her fly veil, because there's a bit of a gap. Oh, I hate this. This is just real slippery dippery. Tell me, I can't believe it. She runs away from me because she thinks, hang on, I just need to show everyone this. Pen. Because I've also got this hand up with the good girl. Woo, good girl. Pen. Woo, good girl. Now, see here, it's loose because it's really a bit big for her. I'll have to check that doesn't rub there. Good girl. And I put some, hey. I put some fly stuff up here and all the way around here. I'll just keep an eye on her because she's this eye here is weepy. Hey, my girl. Other people can't catch her. I've tried to get people to feed her and they actually can't catch her. And I really take it for granted that She can run away from me, but I don't really have any, like, if she gets the spooks and runs away. Hey, we tell everybody we just open the gate and you walk through, don't you, darling? And then you come back, I let you through. Hey, settle down now, you're not running away from me. She gets the old spooks, then when she realises I'm not going to do anything. Like, I'm not trying to catch her. She's just sniffing me. Hey, I wasn't trying to catch you to do anything, was I? You can go off. Do you want to have a snooze? Sometimes, when I've got time, she'll sleep when I stroke her. I have to give her a lot of space because, and she's the elderly girl, and she's always, I suspect she's always been a bit wily, and the people that owned her, like years ago, I found them on Facebook and talked about her, and she was always difficult to catch. And I have to be very mindful of her with the other horses. She has a granddaughter that's been to the Royal Easter Show a couple of times. She's a well-bred stock horse, and as a consequence, has had a lot of foals. Somebody said that she looks bloated in the stomach, and I didn't even correct them. It was like, yeah, she's had like a dozen foals. What do you expect her abdomen to look like? Hasn't got good muscle tone there. It's droopy. Hello, she's watching me in the background. You gonna have a snooze? You got a big tummy? You wanna come and have a snooze? You gonna stay there? Oh, she's a good girl. Hey? You're my good girl? So slippery, isn't it? Hey? Oh, you're a good girl. This is a compliment coming from her, to come and just stand near me. She prefers it if I don't touch her. She doesn't mind it when she's tired and sleepy, just to have gentle pats. Real soft pats, and she'll snooze and doze. But she'll often just doze standing with me. She's a good girl. Since I hadn't owned her for very long, and the other horses would push her off the feed, and she'd come and dob to me. A few of the horses do that. They come and, do you see, here's the boss. She's telling her to move on. She's rounding up a herd. Come on, what are you doing out there? You go on, move on. Why did she do that, huh? What for? Because you were talking to the human, or what? She wants you to join the herd? It's her job to protect the herd. Yeah, she's just pulled her into the rest of the herd. It's really, I find it fascinating, interesting watching how they work. Ruby and Ava kind of tussle. Ava was the boss of Dyani and Penny for a while, and she took very good care of them. And even when they were in a paddock with a fair few horses, she would herd these two girls together, keep the three of them, and now Ruby's with them. And Ruby used to hang out with Banjo and Paddy and Tuppy. She loves Tuppy. But now that she's separated with this lot, I wanted to stay quiet. So I've just got these girls together, and Ruby's quiet and quieting down because the boys amp everything up. They would run around, go galloping and hooning. That's fine, but I want to be able to handle her. It doesn't help me as a horse owner to... Hey. Hi. You're coming back over. See, she'll boss Dyani. That's her baby. Like, she's like a nanny, or what? I hate that term, but Dyani and her are very close. Emotionally and physically, you'll find that they're very close. Dyani will stick with her. They would keep each other warm. And are you going to come over and say hello? You're too busy. What are you doing? You're going to go and get Ava? What's she doing over there? Very rude, isn't it? And then you can see these two. See? And you'll basically find these two together most of the time. And Penny's been a very good influence on Dyani, and taking very good care of her, because Dyani's got a very gentle soul, and so is Penny. and Dyani takes Penny's guidance, because Penny's not, if Penny bites, it doesn't really hurt. If she kicks, she does it so slowly, all the other horses have time to get out of the way. But when she tries to discipline the young ones, she's been good to have the young horses with, like Paddy and Banjo when they were younger, and Dyani. As long as they don't become too pushy on her, she's actually a very good horse, older horse to have with them and take care of them and teach them. Don't know what Ruby's doing. So it's very hard when you're in the paddock with them, because just me being in the paddock with them is disrupting the whole dynamics. And there's so much weed in here. I want to get my son to come and help me pull up the weeds, the fireweed. You're shaking your head at me, telling me to go away. Is that what you're doing? You're copying off everyone. You're copying off everyone. You know I don't listen to you telling me to go away. I don't. Because you're my baby. Yeah. Yeah, you're part human. You're like Paddy. She's had a lot of human companionship. They're doing well on what they get at the moment. This herd, they get some cracked lupins mixed up with supplements and lots of water. They enjoy that. Yeah, I have to go and feed everyone else. I have to go and give the other girls and the boys their subs. I know. And I have to go and feed Halo. Say hello to her. Try and groom her. Okay, my family. It's weird to think, got pictures of Dyani. I think she's the same size as Penny now, if you look at them. Maybe even taller at the back. I'll have to measure her. That nice straight back of youth. Her mum's got a nice straight back. Penny and Cleo have such sway backs from just being elderly and, you know, life. Just walk back to Karen on the way to see what Ava does. Trying to give her a wide berth just to not put too much pressure on her. It's actually getting late. It's getting overcast. I've lost track of time. A bit annoyed at myself. Got up here too late. It's just, yeah, very nice and quiet. Ava's often been on the outskirts. It's very interesting to watch the herd dynamics. But Ruby's brought them all over. They're all going over with Ruby now because it's getting late. She's called them all over and they've done as they're told. And they'll move across the paddock grazing. Bye girls, I'll see you tomorrow.